This will be boring. Boring day in the life.
It is boring. Boring lunch.
How boring.
Alexa, allume la lumière.
Good morning. My latte art. I will show you how I do it. Yeah, the art is not perfect, but I'm still trying to have the skill of the perfect heart latte art. Yeah, so welcome to my boring day in the life of a software engineer. Today I'm gonna stay at home. I will walk you through my routine at work, my daily tasks, what I basically do at home when I work remotely as well, without trying to interrupt my routines. This is the only shot that I'm filming with the camera, I think. The other ones will likely be by the phone, because it's like in the moment. With the camera, the problem is that today I woke up at 7:30. Today I was trying to film, how I wash my face in the morning, first water on the face, and I thought that's gonna be a good shot, showing you how I wake up, because it was visible. My face was just after waking up, and it took me I was trying to put the camera 20 minutes to the angle that I wanted. I didn't succeed, and I'm like, shit, it's not like the realistic routine. I'm trying to film how it looks cinematically, but it's not the case. Sometime at this vlog I will really want it to be realistic as possible, so no camera sitting interruptions. I'm just gonna film some thoughts, what I and how it looks like without setting up the shot. My morning routine. Usually when I'm at home, I wake up later than if I went to the office. I love sleeping. In order to be fully functional and not feeling tired, I need 9 hours of sleep, maybe more. And then the routine for now is very simple. At least for 1 hour I have to, let's say, do nothing and relax before attacking my, there is a phrase in French, attaquer la journée, before attacking my day, starting the day. And it doesn't matter if it's work or if it's a hobby that I want to start with. Imagine if it's a weekend. I need this hour to wake up, to have the thoughts in my mind structured, to enjoy the life. And I think, now it's winter. I'm filming in the end of January. But I wish I could set up a routine so that I go outside and walk, because it's normally on the weekend when I walk, when I have this kind of walking habit, it gives me energy, it impacts positively on me. And why not building up this routine? But it's just the time when you wake up, it's just the time when I wake up, I'm so lazy, and I don't want to do anything. So waking up a little bit earlier to have this nice at least 15 minutes walk, maybe half an hour would be perfect. And what I'm gonna do as well this morning particularly, that's why I woke up earlier, to film a bit and also to clean up a bit the apartment, because yesterday I came back home a little bit late, so we started cooking late, we end up eating late, we were both tired, so it's a mess. So after drinking my first cup of coffee, yeah, I'm gonna clean things up so that nothing disrupts me when I'm working. Yeah, while I was talking to the camera and sharing things with you, I realized that that it got lighter in the room. I have more lights. I can show you the mess. Yeah, this is how I'm filming, and I need to tidy this up because even though it's in another room, I'm gonna work in the chambre, in the sleeping room, in the room. Where I have like the desk set up and everything, but because I know, and every time I go to the toilet I see this room, it's in my head like that something is messy, and it really affects the way I work. It's hard. Sometimes I think I shared this in some of my vlogs, that I go to the office in these cases that I don't want to tidy things up. I don't have time. I don't know. I'm not in the mood of cleaning. I go to the office because I know that it will prevent me to work normally. God bless the washing machine, but I'll still need to empty it and to put the dirty dishes inside. All right. So this is before, and this is after. Ta-da! So I don't really have time for the proper breakfast, and honestly I'm not really hungry, so we're gonna do the classic French breakfast, tartine with the beurre and confiture. I am starting my working day. I've already opened the computer and I want to share what's the plan. First of all, I need to do the pull request review of one of my colleagues from tech language to normal language, for those who don't know what the pull request is, and normally like the flow of the work of a software developers is then like normally people use a system called Git. I say normally because I think I've started having recommendations on YouTube videos, on conferences where people say how Git important and whatever, we should use it everywhere. And I'm like, is it possible that someone not using Git in tech projects? How do you like manage your file system and the changes you made? So yeah, let me share if you have encountered the situation where there was no Git. But yeah, anyway, there is a Git system, and it's like it allows you to have the versioning of your application, to keep track of the changes, to see the changes, like exactly what has been changed towards the original project. And it's a really cool system. And there is a term called pull request. It's when someone wants to put the changes to the original code and create well, sometimes it creates some versions, sometimes not, depends on like the settings of your project. But yeah, to apply these changes to the original one. And one of the responsibility in the team, one of responsibilities of a software engineering team is to review these changes. It's not like a boss reviews your work, but it's more like your colleague, which has same rights, same kind of responsibilities as you do, have to have a look at the code and say, like, is it okay in terms of like me understanding someone else's code? If I see some potential issues that might come, that might not be covered by the tests, or might not be caught by the tests, if the architecture is okay, like the choice that were made was okay. If I don't agree, I put the comment. If I agree, I just approve the change. And I think if you do the reviews properly, it's not an easy work, because it requires, like, understanding somebody else's code is way more complicated than your own, than writing your own code, right? And in my experience, if I'm not very experienced software engineer, but what I saw, like, there are some people who are more, I have this philosophy who is very thorough in reviewing changes, but I know that someone is just like, okay, it looks good. There is even a meme, looks good to me, LGTM, and you just approve. I rarely do this. It's like, unless I know that it's not risky, or let me know if my explanations were clear, especially for those who are not familiar with the tech world, or like the software, what software engineers do. Yeah, so this is the first part, and I have finished my previous like big project that I was working on with other colleague. There are some leftovers, like to change something in documentation, but it takes from here and there a little bit of time. But today I will start a new project, and sometimes you might think some projects are like very exciting, but this will be boring. I promise you this day will be boring day. So I will start a new project, which is a research project, and I not hate research projects, but I prefer more like practical things to implement rather than doing the research. I will talk about this research later because it's already 9:30 and I want to start my day. Yeah, and I don't have any meetings today. I'll just check my calendar. Do I? Yeah, we only have daily stand-up meeting as usual, and we have informal coffee meeting with my colleagues where we just chat for like 15 minutes. It's for remote guys who don't have the touch of connection with others, and we created this meeting one time per week. And if you have time, no obligatory, you have time, like if it's my colleague watching, if like someone has time, he or she joins the meeting. If not, no pressure. So the rules are like that. And yeah, we just exchange the news, talk on something. Sometimes we play online games for a little amount of time, but it creates the connection. Well, I've been talking too much, so see you later today. You can hear the microwave, and it's my lunchtime. So I had some leftovers. It's the rest of pizza from yesterday, and miso soup that I'm reheating. Yeah, but by the way, I think in one book I read that because we rush all of the time, and you see many people, they set some timer to the microwave, and they always they want to grab it earlier than it finishes, because people don't like that the time finishes, because they always rush. But I think people just hate the sound beep beep beep. That is the true reason. Lunch is important part of the day, so I never do it in a rush. And what else? And I'm really happy that I am flexible to take it whenever I want within the day, when I'm at home, when I'm not in the home, because in France, like, lunch is scheduled from 12 to 14. It's hard to find anything else to eat other hours when you want to do the takeaway. You have less choice, let's say. So, but at home, like, because I ate something in the morning, I'm not really hungry at 12, so I generally eat later. But sometimes the hunger comes earlier.
Not aesthetic, boring lunch.
Fuck. I kind of failed my latte art, but the foam and the flavor is still damn good. But I actually made a challenge for myself to grab a photo of every cappuccino I make, whether it's like latte art succeeded or failed. And I will be doing it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll create a sort of a small short video on that. So yeah, if you want to be notified, subscribe to my Telegram channel, or search in the shorts or my Instagram videos. Yeah, and I know why I failed it, because first of all, I took another picture. I wanted to test. So I think it's just not the same way as the other one. So I need to get used to it, to learn how to use the other picture. And I also was concentrated more on how I film it rather than what I was doing. So that's why I poured out the milk out of the cup. So I promised to share with you guys my second part of the day, what I was doing, what am I doing, what am I working on now, because it's dark, but it's only 5 p.m. So I still have some time and energy to work on it. And it's the research task. So that's why I told you that it is boring. Because you can't have like this excitement of executing the code and then you see something, maybe not the result but the midterm results the same, whereas in the research ones, you just like the output is maybe, I will actually have the output in the end, not today, but sometimes it's not tangible. It's a document that you share with the team and give and receive the feedback. And in the details, maybe for someone who, this will be more tech stuff that I'm going to be talking about, so sorry for those who won't understand, but basically now it's in our testing tool, we execute our tests in different browser environments, and in order to get the different browser environments, we use the Sauce Labs platform, which allows us to run our tests in like a macOS environment, in Windows, and the thing is that like sometimes we have unstable connection for whatever reasons, and it's not like the only reason. The other reason is that they, at some point, I think in 2024, they changed the billing system, so it turned out to be quite costly to the company. I still think that it's like nothing to the company, like depending on our usage. I think I can't share the numbers, but still you can have a look like their billing thing, and you will understand that for company, I think for a big company, it's nothing. So I'm exploring the alternatives, and so it's the research, so the output will be the POC of another alternative working, or the conclusion will just be that better to better not to act and to leave with whatever we have, because basically we decided to have this project that I'm working on now, because basically we wanted to replace this tool because we thought that it's the source of our test flackiness, but it turned out that the flackiness itself was not connected to the platform. It was just like the connection issue that I described at the beginning, but our tests were flaky in some platforms, and we figured it out like within this quarter that we figure it out by testing in our local machines. Like there were some couple of tests which were flaky in Safari, for example, and I was able to test it myself in my machine, in my Safari, and it turned out that it was flaky. For non-tech people, flaky test is like the test which randomly fails for whatever reasons, and most of the time it's just the way the test is written, not that there is an issue with like the project, the code itself. I think I'm talking too much. Let me know how boring were my narratives. Let me know how boring was it to listen to me. I hope it was not boring, and even though I named this vlog like a boring day of a software engineer, because most of the days are actually very simple. You just sit in front of the computer all of the day with some breaks, like lunch break, breaks to just go around the apartment, which apparently I didn't show. Sometimes like short breaks, big breaks, breakfast, lunch, and the rest of the time is just you are sitting in front of your computer solving tasks. I wanted to describe the way I do it, but without romanticizing too much. But it doesn't mean that I don't like my job because it is boring sometimes. No, not at all. I find beauty in this boredom, boringness, these boring things. This is the daily routines that you encounter every day, and even though like there is nothing like sexy to show and to speak to everybody else, it's just small routines, but there is a lot of sense in it, and with these small actions you're actually able to work on or create good things. So that's kind of philosophical conclusion. Let me know what you think, and hope to see you in my other videos. Bye!